Hey, what's up, everyone? So, we're gonna go ahead and talk about TwitchCon 2025, and we got here this girl here. Her name is Emiru, and I guess she's like a really popular streamer here. So you can tell she's very pretty. And apparently at TwitchCon, um, some random weirdo just came up and sexually assaulted her. They went up and like started kissing her and touching her and stuff like that. And we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this right here, but from what I understand, I mean, shit, man. When you're streaming, you're gonna attract all kinds of people, and it's in my mind, I'm like, I could kind of see how like a mentally disturbed person can get like infatuations with strangers, and they may send them money and stuff like that to their favorite streamers, and I think that kind of builds into it. They think they're like entitled, or that they could do whatever they want just because they send them money, or they're just very obsessive. There's a lot of weird people out there, guys. So let's go ahead and take a look at the footage and see what's going on. So looks like your typical meet and greet. This guy looks like a fan. So let's go ahead and take a look. Damn. Hey, I mean, props to that guy. At least he jumped in right away, and I mean, that guy doesn't even know what's happening. That is crazy how anyone could just walk up to a stranger and just do that. But that poor guy. A lot of people are saying this is a Twitch staffer or some type of person that works for Twitch or Amazon or some type of employee that's working there. I mean, I don't know. To me, it just looks like a fan, in my opinion, but who knows? But anyways, I mean, at least the actual security stepped up and helped, which matters. And now we're gonna go ahead and see what she says.
Okay, I've been talking to Twitch people, and I'm really upset because I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days.
What? Oh, I understand her
What?
frustration. Jesus
And then
Christ.
she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here. So they changed it to indefinite. Takes an hour for that to happen, by the way. These two people are the head of security for Amazon and the head of risk for Twitch. Also, later the same night, I'm not gonna drop names here because I wasn't there, so I didn't see it. But I had multiple people tell me that key Twitch representatives last night were out partying.
Damn, that sucks. So, I mean, this is a huge, in my opinion, this is a very huge issue for Amazon for Twitch because, like, why wouldn't you protect your own, I know this sounds wrong to say, but your own merchandise, these people bring in money, these people bring in viewer. In a way, you're paying them. So they're kind of like your property in a way. I know that sounds horrible, but you got to protect your merchandise, man. Maybe they're afraid to lay hands on random people so they don't get sued. But look at the kind of shit that's happening so far. Um, no, get proper security, protect your streamers because that's who's bringing in the cash. And I mean, I don't know. I just see, I just see big lawsuits coming here because they really don't care about their investment here. I know that sounds horrible, but anyways, let's take a look at what the CEO says about this whole incident here.
and others. Obviously, we saw one Twitch streamer yesterday, Emiru, get assaulted by a male fan, and a lot of streamers have, especially female streamers, have talked about, the danger that they feel from these sort of toxic, I guess, parasocial kind of creeps. What are you guys doing to prioritize safety? Because I know also a bunch of Twitch
Nothing.
content creators
They
said
are
that they were
doing
too scared to
nothing.
even come to TwitchCon this year, just in case something like what happened yesterday would happen.
The safety of our creators is a top priority. The challenge we face is a challenge in today's society. It's not limited to Twitch, it extends throughout our society. I do think that when you're live streaming, in many ways, since you control your community and you can ban people, you can make it so that those people that you don't want engaging with you and participating with you aren't there. Okay, it's very different. When I use other short form content and people say all sorts of stuff, well, I can't stop that. But when I live stream, they basically don't bother me. Now, what happened yesterday obviously was something that we care deeply about, securing this environment. We're looking very closely at everything that happened there, and I care deeply about Emmy. She's a friend of mine, and so I want to see how we can support her. This is just something we have to keep working on. I think everyone identifies our tools in terms of trust and safety as the leaders in the industry about helping creators, but that means there's always more work to be done because that's the world we live in now.
Demi had posted earlier today that I guess this fan was allowed to cross multiple barriers at TwitchCon. Why should streamers trust Twitch to keep them safe at TwitchCon? Because I feel like simultaneously this has been such a secure event to the point that even like journalists have had struggled. It is very secure, but here's this man that just walks up and is somehow able to bypass all these things. So why should they trust the platform when slip-ups or, issues like this have happened?
Well, I mean, as you know, I think you toured some of what we do in terms of security. The reality is, even as you do a lot in terms of security in today's world, there are challenges that can present themselves, especially when someone is putting themselves out there, right? And so, we try to work very closely with each creator about what they want to do and what works for them, right? So I don't want to get into any, specifics or details, but part of that is working with creators and, trying to find, and right now we're definitely, ramping it up to make sure creators know that we have the resources there to help them figure out what's right for them.
I think the craziest thing about that is Amazon has billions upon billions of dollars. Like security, making the venue safe for people and creators. That shouldn't even like make a dent in their in their revenue, you know what I mean? They're just being fucking stingy. They don't want to waste money. They don't care. But because of that, they're gonna get fucking sued like crazy for this shit. People already don't feel safe. They already failed to make it a safe environment. And the CEO appears to be making a lot of excuses for the lack of protection, especially at this venue here. Um, but we'll see what happens in the incoming days. I do believe a lot of people are saying, "Oh, she's probably going to sue them," and I wouldn't doubt her. I mean, if you're at a place that failed to protect you, that they should be liable, and that's just how it should be. Anyways, guys, go ahead and leave a comment and let me know your thoughts. Other than that, take care, and I'll see you on the next one.